Hello and welcome to Dad Got This. We're answering the tough questions like, how do you make an awesome stuffed pork tenderloin on your Ninja Woodfire? And why did the pig cross the road? Second one's easy, to prove it wasn't chicken. First step, grab your pork tenderloin. This is tenderloin, not pork loin. They are two totally different things. The tenderloin is a little bit more premium than the loin. So this one's kind of small. So I have two. I'm just drying them off. I want to get as much of the moisture from the vac bag off of them as possible. Grab your tenderloin and get a good knife. Something small that you can work with pretty easily is something I would suggest. And just flatten it out. And then we are gonna kind of try to open it like a book. I'm starting here and kind of just making like a little seam. You want a sharp knife. Once you kind of have it open like that, now you're gonna just kind of run your knife along it, and you should be able to kind of roll it out. Kind of like that. We'd kind of like to get this sort of flat, so I'm going to hit it with a mallet. This will do two things. This will tenderize it a little bit and get us to our much flatter shape we are going for, like that. Then repeat. And now we're gonna dry brine this. You wanna do this for about 1 to 2 hours. You don't want too much because now these are pretty thin pieces of meat. This is diamond crystal kosher salt. I'm just gonna get a nice little dusting on each side. Not too much, just a little dusting. Now we're gonna go take these and put them in the fridge for about an hour. While that is dry brining, we are gonna whip up a quick stuffing. 8 ounces of cream cheese, softened. 8 ounces of frozen spinach. Let it thaw a little bit, it'll be a little easier to work with. An Italian couple of cloves of garlic. When Italian says a couple, it doesn't mean two, it means some. I'm gonna do about 4 or 5 of these guys, or 7. Some of them more small. Tablespoon granulated onion. As much pepper as you like. I'm gonna go with about a half a tablespoon, about a half a tablespoon of Chinese 5 spice, and a half a tablespoon of turmeric. Even though we salted the pork, we want to salt this a little bit, so I'm gonna do probably a teaspoon of kosher salt. This is optional, this is MSG. You can leave it out if you don't want it. I'm gonna put about a teaspoon of MSG in there. It just kicks up the flavoring on everything. And last up, about a cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. If you're looking to spice this up, maybe dice up some jalapenos and put them in there. I would love to do that, but my family, not fans of spice. Now we're just gonna mix this till it is homogeneous. I think that's the right word. It's probably not, but it sounds technical. That's gonna go in the fridge while we wait for the pork. Next up, we're gonna mix up a quick little spice rub. We're gonna go 2 tablespoons of granulated garlic, 2 tablespoons of granulated onion, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, tablespoon of my 5 spice, 1 tablespoon of turmeric, and 1 teaspoon only of MSG. No salt needed, we already have the pork pre-salted. The smell of that turmeric and the 5 spice is just awesome. And transfer it to a shaker. Spice rub. About 10 minutes before your hour is up, I want you to go to your Ninja Woodfire. I want you to turn it to grill high and let it preheat. Once the hour is up, it is time to roll our pork. As you can see, there's no more salt crystals on this at all. It should be good to go. We're gonna roll it lengthwise. They're not gonna be that big, but they should be fine. Should need maybe 3 or 4 of these. Should work. Put in your stuffing. You want a good amount. Not too much where it's gonna come out, but enough where we get some stuffing everywhere. And now we're gonna roll. I'm trying to push that stuffing to the inside so we get like a seal. I am terrible at butcher's knots. This guy's kind of like a weird shape. Due to the weird shape, I decided to do 1 string lengthwise and a couple of extra strings to secure it, just to kind of hold the thing in shape. Not the prettiest, but it should work. We'll wipe off any of this excess stuff on the outside. Good to go. And then just repeat the process with the second one. Honestly, I probably could have gotten away with one. One of them was bigger than I thought it would be. That one looks a lot better. And it is time to coat these in our dry rub. The grill is preheated. Let's go ahead and sear these off first. Get down a good amount of a high heat oil. I am using avocado oil. Just turn them every once in a while and try to get a little bit of color on each side. A few seconds each side should be good. We're not really trying to cook these here. Once you have a little bit of color on all sides, go ahead and move it over. Now grab your pellet hopper and fill it with your favorite pellets. I'm using Smokin Pecan pellets. And give it the dad shake. The dad shake either compacts the pellets and makes it burn better, separates the pellets and gives it lots of air and makes it burn better, or does absolutely nothing and just makes me feel like it burns better. I still do it every time. We're gonna take this bad boy, smoker, 225. Time does not matter. Me, I'm gonna take one of these, probably, I don't know, this one, and I'm gonna set it aside. I'm gonna cook that later for dinner. These are better fresh. And this other one, I'm gonna take my probe, try to get it in the middle here somewhere. And we're gonna set this up for a probe cook because I have the XL Pro Connect. If you don't, I'll let you know about how long it takes. And you wanna stop this thing when it gets to 135 degrees Fahrenheit. Now we're just gonna wait for the wood fire to preheat and ignite the pellets. Smoker's ready, let's get this on. Little extra sprinkle of seasoning. Now I'm gonna use my app to set the cook up. We're gonna go thermometer. We're gonna go pork. We want medium rare, 145. And that's it. It's gonna stop it with enough time to allow for carryover cooking and resting to reach our perfect temperature. 26 minutes, that's all it took. Let's grab it. Due to how I had the probe in there, I don't think this is actually done. Let me put a probe right down the middle. Actually, 130. 122 on this fat side. So because it's fatter on one end than the other, it's not fully done, which is gonna give me a chance because I'm not really happy with this crust. I kicked it up to broil. We're gonna coat this in some oil and let it get a nice solid crust on it. I don't like this crust. This is just some avocado oil and a little sprayer. That should help us with our crust. We'll give that guy at least 5 minutes to preheat before we put it in there. Let's put a crust on this. That looks pretty. We didn't lose much of our filling, so I'm really happy with that. We're gonna let it rest for about 5 to 10 minutes. All right, time to take off the string and give it a slice. All right, we'll go down the middle first. See if we can get a nice cross section. Oh, that is beautiful. Ooh, that's nice. Let's cut some medallions. That looks fantastic. I am ready to give this a try. That is crazy good. The way the 5-spice and the turmeric come through and the creaminess of the cream cheese and the melted cheese and the spinach, and it's just fantastic. The pork is absolutely perfectly cooked with a hint of smokiness. It's got a nice crust on the outside. That is about pork perfection. If anything, the only thing I would change is maybe I would skip that searing portion in the beginning. I don't know if you need it because you're gonna end up broiling it anyway to get the better crust at the end. Another thing I really like about recipes like this is you can prep them ahead. That second one that I have in the fridge, I could cook that tomorrow. I could cook that whenever I want. I could do all that work ahead of time, stick it in the fridge. When I come home, put it in the wood fire for 30 minutes, 5 minutes on broil, and you have an amazing dinner in no time at all. The recipe is going to be on my website, dadgotthis.com. Any information for any of the items that I use, the elevated rack, some of the wood fire stuff, that'll be in the description below. They are affiliate links if you use them. I appreciate it. If you're enjoying this, please do the YouTube likey subscribe thing. YouTube loves it when you leave a like. I love it when you leave a comment. I answer just about every comment in my comment section. If you really want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. You get early access to videos, a whole bunch of fun stuff. But if you can't, subscribing would really help me out. You don't understand how much just hitting that little subscribe button helps out a small channel like mine. So with all that out of the way, I guess there's only one question left to answer. Why did the pig wear sunscreen? Because it was tired of baking in the sun. Yeah, pretty bad. Dad may tell horrible dad jokes, cook fantastic pork dishes, but one thing Dad will never do is an outro. So that's it. Bye. This is the part where I thank all of my members. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much for your support, and rock on. I don't know why I said rock on, but rock on. You say you like brisket, ribs, and pumpkin pie. But can you handle the dad jokes that come with them? My cookbook, Bad Jokes, Good Food, has over 24 wood fire recipes guaranteed to make you hungry and groan at the same time. Order your copy now at dadgotthis.com.